Okay guys, this is video number 6. If you're getting tired, well, I can understand. I'm worn out myself. Okay, so this is quiz number 17, and we are using the same, similar, different, like, and alike. And in addition, we're also using these prepositions. Okay, shouldn't be anything new. Okay, Darren likes comedy and Haley likes drama. Well, first thing I want to ask you is comedy and drama. Are they similar or different? Well, if you were to ask me, I would say they're different. So their tastes in movies are very different. And there's nothing after it. Why? Because their taste, that's A and B together. And by the way, this is taste as a noun, and that's going to be something that you like, your personality as far as movie genres go. Number 2, I'm sorry, but we can't accept your credit card. The signature on the card and the one on the receipt are not blank. Okay, well first we have A, the signature on the card, and B, the one on the receipt are, and so you have an ending one here. And so you need to ask yourself, so I don't know if you've noticed yet, but this quiz is focusing on not just using these words, but also concentrating on a more diverse meaning of using them. So using them in natural language. Okay, so if we're talking about signatures, you have one on the back of your card and then you're supposed to sign it. They should be different? No, they should not be different. Should they be similar? No, they should be more than similar. Of course, they can't be exactly the same, but that's the way we like to think of them. They're the same. So they are not the same. I think that's the best answer. Okay. Greg and Joe are cousins, but people think that's incorrect. I don't know if you have a corrected version. They are, or they're twin brothers. They have facial features. Facial features. Facial is the adjective for face. So facial is the adjective for face. Features, we're talking about the way someone looks on their face. And so we're going to say similar. They have similar facial features, and they walk and talk alike. Alike is the best answer for this. Okay, then we have these 3 words. We have there, and there. This there has many different uses, like the opposite of here. And then this there is a possessive pronoun, their class. And this there is a contraction between they and are, like their students. Okay? So there, and there all have the same pronunciation. Doug wants to marry someone who thinks blank him. Thinks like him. Okay? Someone and is A and him is B. Now this is conversational English, and if you remember what I said, what should this be in writing? It should be subject and verb phrase. So that would be thinks like he does. In writing, this would be correct, and we can drop does. but in speaking, a lot of native speakers put the object pronoun there. Okay. A chipmunk, A, looks blank to a squirrel, B, and we've got 2 right there. Okay, if you're not sure what these animals look like exactly, then you should look at Google Images. Type chipmunk and then type squirrel. We have both of them on campus at Nova. So a chipmunk looks similar to a squirrel. It must be similar because we have the preposition to. If we did not have to, then it could be a chipmunk looks like a squirrel, but we have to, so it can only be similar. In Seattle, it rains likely most of the year. Okay, so rain, rain, rain. In Washington, D.C., we have rain and thunderstorms from time to time. So that's not regularly, it's just sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Even though both cities can be rainy, the weather patterns are not, they're not the same. So I'm losing my voice. How are queen bees blank from worker bees? Well, we have A here, and we have B there, and we have from, and with from, it can only be different. So, different. Okay. Okay, and this is the last section, thank God. Okay, so we're on quiz 18, and this is error analysis. Now remember, especially on the test, this is the hardest part. This is the part where many students make mistakes, and their grade suffers as a result. So let's be very careful, because the mistakes, the errors, I should say, that are found in this section can come from any of the sections of the chapter. It's all mixed up, so you have to be extra careful. Okay, so here the only directions say correct the errors. There's nothing else special that you have to do. Okay, so first let's find the mistakes. Number 1, the most friendliest person in our class is Lily. Okay, so the problem is the most friendliest. And apparently the grammar check function of Word agrees with me. So let's see how we'd fix this. Well, we've got friendly, and friendly cannot, okay, so friendly, first we need to think about what part of speech it is. Okay, it does end in ly. However, this is not an adverb, this is an adjective. Okay, and it is 2 syllables, which means we can change the y into IEST. That's fine. So what's the problem then? The problem is most. You cannot have most and EST. That's doing the same thing. So the way to fix this is just get rid of most. The friendliest person in our class is Lily. Okay. Number 2, the food at the restaurant was less good than the last time we were there. Okay, so the problem is less good than. And what can we do with this? Well, good is one syllable. And the rule with less than is that you cannot use it with one syllable. Less than is only used with 2+ syllables. Okay, so what can we use instead? We can use not as good as. Okay? So not less than, not as good as. Next. The movie was very funny than we expected. Okay? So the problem is very funny. Funny is an adjective, and funny is 2 syllables, and we're doing a comparison here. So we need to change funny, and we shouldn't have very at all. So I'd get rid of both of them. Funnier. The movie was funnier than we expected. Number 4. Anna washes her dog more often than her children. Okay, so this sentence is grammatically correct. So we've got subject, Anna, and the verb washes, and then we've got the object, her dog. And then we've got then, and after then, what do we have? We have a subject. However, because washes has an object, this too can seem like an object. It's an unclear comparison. And the way to fix that is what? We keep the auxiliary instead of dropping it after the subject. Okay, so do we have an auxiliary? No, we do not. And when we don't, what do we use? We use do. Okay, and so her children, is that going to be he or they? Her children is more than one child, so that's they, and it's present tense, do. Anna washes her dog more often than her children do. Number 5, Matt's behavior is embarrassing. No problem there. He keeps acting like a teenager, but he's 50 years old. Okay, so what's the problem? The problem is right here. We are comparing 2 things, and A is he, and B is a teenager. And we have a like in the middle. A like can never be in the middle between A and B, but like can, so just get rid of A. He keeps acting like a teenager. Now it's correct. I have a same bag that you have. Where did you buy yours? No problem. Or did you steal mine? No problem. Problem is in the first sentence. I have a same bag. Okay? With same, we do not use a. We use the. I have the same bag, and then I have the same bag that you have. Now here, this is a noun. And so, I have the same bag as a sentence. And then after that, this is an adjective clause. And this clause is describing the word bag. So there's no problem with that. This is the same thing grammatically. I have the same bag. The sentence is finished. We don't need anything else after bag. But here we're just describing the bag, and that's an adjective clause. So I know that can be confusing, but the only problem here is should be the. Number 7, My grandfather always said that one of the biggest mistakes in his life was spending too much time away from his family. Now, this is a long sentence, and there's only one small mistake. Okay, if I can get control of this, here we go. Here, one. That's where the problem is. And when we have one of something, the noun has to have an S on it. One of the biggest mistakes. Number 8. For Giuseppe, the game of chess is like an interesting math puzzle. Okay, again, like the one we had up here, the problem is alike. And let's see why. The game of chess is A, and then an interesting math puzzle is B. Alike is in the middle, and we can't have alike in the middle. We can have like in the middle. So that's the same as number 5. Number 9. As the horse got tired, he began walking slower and more slow. Well, this part, as the horse got tired, there's no problem with that. And then we have, well, we've got Microsoft Word telling us where the problem is. So we're trying to do a double comparative. And if it's like slower, then we're going to write that 2 times. Slower and slower. If it's a more, like tired, we'd say more tired. That would be more and more tired. Okay, here we've got slower, that's correct. More slow needs to be slower. As the horse got tired, he began walking slower and slower. Number 10. The driving test was hard, more than I expected. Okay, I get lots of students writing a sentence like this. And this is the part that is messed up. Or I should say less than that. But 1, there should be no comma. Okay, and this hard more than, it should be harder than, and there's no comma. The driving test was harder than I expected. Okay, number 11. The more I ran faster, the more I got sweaty. Okay, what's increasing here? Fast is increasing, and sweaty's increasing. And then what part of speech are they? Well, fast is an adverb describing ran. So that's an adverb. And sweaty is an adjective. And those two have the same format, which is the comparative, that is, subject and verb phrase. So both of them will look like that. And more and faster need to be in one form together. So that's going to be the faster, the plus comp, the faster, subject, I, verb, ran, comma, and then again the same thing, the, okay, and then sweaty. How many syllables is that? That's 2 syllables. It ends in Y, so that's going to change to IER. The sweatier, subject, I, verb, got. Okay? Number 12. My roommates, comma, Abdullah is the loudest and the craziest. Well, this part looks a little strange. Let's look here. Abdullah is a subject. Abdullah is the loudest and the craziest. Okay, that part's correct. So this part is funny. So what will we do with that? Well, that could go at the end. I'll just read that for you. Abdullah is the loudest and the craziest, and what's missing? Of my roommates. Now, we often would put that at the end, and there's no problem with putting it at the beginning. But we have to have of. Of my roommates, comma, Abdullah is the loudest and the craziest. Now it's correct. If you wanted to cross that out and put of my roommates at the end, that's also fine, but the easiest fix is to put of in front and a small m. Number 13. This food tastes different with my mother's cooking. Okay, what's the problem? The problem is with. When we're using different, the preposition that goes after is from. This food, okay, I'm getting annoyed. This food tastes different from my mother's cooking. Now it's correct. You made a same mistake that I made. Okay, we had a similar one like this. You made the same mistake that I made. My brother less smart as I am. Okay, we have a couple problems here, and it's in this area. Okay, so first, smart is one syllable, and we cannot use less than with one syllable words. So it's going to be not as smart as. So then we would have my brother not as smart as I am. But we still have another problem. There's no verb. We have to have is. My brother is not as smart as I am. Number 16. Jinsu plays soccer very better than me. Okay, well the problem is here. We cannot use very with comparison. Very is used just with an adjective, like we would say very good, but here we need the comparative form. So very is wrong. Now, Jinsu plays soccer better than me. Well, we have a problem with me. It should be I, because after then you have the subject. Better than I do. Okay, and if we wanted to make this better, like more better, what could we add? We could add something here if we want to. And that would be, oh, I don't know what's happening. Much better. And if we want to say even more, so much better. Okay, number 17. Muhammad can't swim as good as I do. Okay, here the problem is do. We have to use the same auxiliary modal, and we have the modal can. So, Muhammad can't swim as good as I can. Okay, so that fixes the modal problem. We also have another problem with good. What is good describing? Good is describing the verb swim, which means it should be an adverb. And good is not an adverb, good is an adjective. So it should be as well as I can. Number 18. You should drive carefullier. Well, the original word is carefully. And that's 3 syllables. And we cannot change a 3-syllable word using so we can't do that. It's got to be carefully. You should drive carefully. But we want more, so we would use more. You should drive more carefully. Of all the different kinds of food we eat, fruits and vegetables are healthier than meat. Okay, some students don't like this. This can go at the end. We could move that all the way to the end. But it's fine in the front. Of all the different kinds of food we eat. This is grammatically correct. Fruits, that's fine. When we say fruits, you know fruit is non-count. But here we can have the plural, and this refers to different types of fruit. Okay, so that's fine. Fruits and vegetables are healthier than meat. That's the problem. We're doing a comparison here, healthy than, and we don't have the comparative form of healthy. Well, it's a two-syllable word, it ends in Y, so I-E-R, are healthier than meat. And then number 20, the weather was colder as I expected. Well, the problem is as. This is not as, adjective as. It should be than. The weather was colder than I expected. Okay, I hope that you guys enjoyed these videos, or at least learned from them, if not enjoyed them. I've lost my voice, and I hope that you have a nice day off, and I will see you on Wednesday. And if we have school on Wednesday, then the grammar test will be on Wednesday. Thank you very much.